Wow, what a movie. I heard nothing but good things about this film going into it, and that does normally plague me with high expectations and inevitable disappointment, but my god, this movie does not let down. Parasite is a South Korean black comedy thriller about a lower class family and their struggles to make money in the modern age. The family are crammed into a basement, resorting to folding pizza boxes for a living, only for the son to come up with a great get-rich-quick scheme that will envelop this family. The premise was utilised for full comedic and dramatic effect. Some moments are absolutely jaw-dropping too. The way the story evolves from there is nothing short of excellent, and I won't divulge what happens until the spoiler section of this review. The film was directed by Bong Joon-Ho. His previous works include The Host, Snowpiercer, and Okja, two of which I had previously seen before going into this. Honestly, those films didn't scream out much to me, but this most recent film of his is definitely his crowning glory. There honestly isn't a dull moment to be found in this film. There were so many moments that had me laughing, and even afterwards my lady friend and I were laughing as we recollected the most bizarre moments of the film. It felt very contemporary, and all the characters are memorable and are just performed perfectly by the cast. The score is absolutely incredible, filling me with shivers and punctuating comedic moments superbly. The filmic craft that went into this makes me support the Academy's decision to give this film the Oscars it received. The film deals with themes of class, and it was great to see this alternative perspective on South Korea, a country that most in the West consider to be the richer of the two Koreas for adopting capitalistic economic policies as opposed to North Korea's totalitarian attitudes. In spite of this contrast, the film shines a new light on this perspective, in that even with K-pop and relative prosperity, there is still a huge wealth disparity like pretty much everywhere else in the world. I really don't want to give away much more because you just gotta see it if you haven't already, guys, so I'm now going to move into spoilers. Here's a timestamp: 3, 2, 1. Just for clarity, I'll be describing the central family as father, mother, brother, sister, and the rich family as husband, wife, son, and daughter. Right from the beginning, we get a fantastic introduction to the poverty of this struggling family through their desperate attempts to get Wi-Fi. The children searching around the basement allowed us to see every corner of it that they occupy, and the irony of finding the best Wi-Fi spots near their toilet seat was brilliantly executed. Just how they will later leech off of a richer family, they will also leech off of other people's Wi-Fi. The meticulous planning that went into the brothers' methods of infiltrating the rich family was highly commendable. How each family member played a role in getting staff fired was great. One perfect example was when the sister left her underwear in the driver's car, and another was the peach fuzz allergy the housekeeper had, making for a great punchline when the daughter is once again able to eat peaches. There's so much clever manipulation going on both in the script and in the characters because of the willful blindness of the rich, and the frustration of intelligent poor people was felt as we rooted for this starving family. It was really interesting to see the brother slowly transform into his friend Min, that previously tutored the daughter and wanted to date her when she came of age. The brother's forbidden romance with the daughter was something that was explored right from the start of the film that definitely made me feel uneasy because of the daughter's childlike qualities. There are these really excellent long shots of the rich wife and the housekeeper's husband climbing stairs as their own stairs fill one's soul with distress. It was great to see the subversion of the trailer as well, as this event would actually turn out to have a comedic punchline instead of a shocking one. I definitely thought the title of the film was very apt. We see the father flick a bug at the beginning, and he would eventually be in the place of the bug as his position as a driver could so easily be replaced. This Red Indian theme seemed to show parallels with the white Europeans wiping out and treading on the Red Indians in the Americas centuries before, matching alongside how this family order so much stuff from America, a country they hold in high esteem. There was this idea that poverty, or specifically Mr. Kim, had a certain smell that the rich husband was able to identify when the family are hiding underneath the sofa. It made Mr. Kim stabbing the husband feel very deserved for just how judgmental these rich people are. It's easy for them to fire somebody just for smelling bad, being sexually active, or being sick. Then we had a really great turnaround when the mother, who replaces the housekeeper, treats the old housekeeper with such disdain despite once being as desperate as she. The high and low angle shots in the basement really accentuated this point that most people will do absolutely anything to retain maintain their position or class, even going as far as murder. How the film begins and ends with this shot of the basement was very effective at creating this vicious cycle theme, for the characters go from nothing to getting drunk in a high-value property with a great view to returning there by the end. My only issue with this film would be its predictability. This is going to be something very subjective, as my lady friend said she was surprised by everything that happened. For me, however, the moment the brothers started mentioning things being metaphorical, I knew to look out for examples of it. The monsoon that happens appeared fairly biblical to me, and as soon as the father, brother and sister escaped the house, I was able to connect the dots of what was going to happen, so when they saw their basement flooded, it didn't have as much of a punch as it might do for others. Home invasion is a theme I'm used to seeing in movies of late as well. I thought of films like Funny Games and Thirst, a film that also stars Kang-ho Song, where he plays a vampire and infiltrates another family. However, these are very personal criticisms that definitely don't spoil the overall experience of this marvellous film. I give Parasite a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Check out this movie if you get the chance. It's honestly the best Korean film since Oldboy. Have you seen it? What did you think? Leave a comment or join us on the famous Discord server, where we'll continue this discussion.